Hi, I'm Paris, and usually I review products once I can have my hands on them and give them a try, but I found a product on Kickstarter that I've signed up for. I should be receiving next month, but it looks so interesting I wanted to talk about it here, and in case you think it's something that might help you out, you have a chance to sign up and get the Kickstarter discount too. And it's all about air conditioning. If not the greatest human invention, certainly in the all-time top 10.
EpicReviewGuys.
Since I don't have an actual product to show you, here's a picture of what they're working on. This is a unit that will attach to the part of your air conditioner that's outside, and it does a whole bunch of stuff, including running these misters that fit along the outside of the cooling vanes for your AC condenser. The idea is that it cools the air down before it gets pulled through what's basically the radiator for your air conditioner. It cools that down so your air conditioner doesn't have to work so hard, and supposedly it can save you about 30% on your summer cooling bill. Like with most things on Kickstarter, if you sign up before it's released to the general public, you can get some discount. I'll link to this project on Kickstarter down below the video. And why am I so worried about how hard my air conditioner is working? Well, it translates directly into money, for one thing. In the hottest months of the year here in Austin, which are about 6 months out of the year, our electricity bill goes up by about $80 a month, and the only difference in what we're using is the AC. I would say we have the AC running at least some of the month from April through November. So the amount we spend on electricity just to power the air conditioner is probably about $500 a year. So saving $150 to $200 of that every year, that would be pretty good. Now, it doesn't come at no cost. This device comes as a package. You sort of, I guess the way to look at it would be lease the device from them, and you pay a yearly or monthly fee. For that, you get the use of the device, you get the water filter replacements, which get sent out to you when the device senses that filter is about used up. Apparently, it's on the cell phone network, so it doesn't go through Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. The device itself contacts the company, sends a call in, they send you out a replacement filter, which you take out and pop in place of that one. I'll explain more about why that's important, that sort of maintenance. You can also access on your phone via an app all the data that the device has provided about how it's running, how long it's been running, which times of the day, and so forth. There are sensors in the box that you put on your air conditioner unit that measure several different things and decide when it's the most efficient time to do the misting. Because the misting, that water that you're going to spray just outside of that outside box of your air conditioner, that water is something you're paying for too. You're going to hook that up to a connection to your faucet outside. So it's using your own water provided via the city, presumably, or if you live with a well, I guess you don't have to worry about paying for it. But water is fairly expensive here in Austin, so that's also a cost. Might be a little easier to explain out here with the air conditioner itself. It's going to be good to be spraying water on this all the time. Now the water, let me show you where the devices will go. From my understanding, the main box is going to mount right about here, and that has the sensors in it, the little cell phone chip, the circuit board, as well as the water filter. Now you don't have to run a power line to it. It's very clever what they did. They made a device that fits right up here, a little turbine that spins from this air. I don't know if you can see the hair on my arms blowing. All this air blowing up out of it spins it. It creates electricity, which charges a little battery in that device. And then the box itself runs these tubes that are going to go around the outside edge here. I think there are 4, one for each side, which will attach over to our faucet, and that will do the misting. It looks like they spray the mist out and away from this, and then the suction of pulling the air through this grill and through the radiator inside should have mostly the effect of the air cooling down with that water evaporating, though some of it may remain in droplet form and land on those aluminum fins, which brings me to concern number 2. Here you can see the many closely spaced aluminum fins that the air gets pulled through. Takes the heat out of the refrigerant that's going to be pumped back into your house and do its business on the inside part of the air conditioner, cooling things down, and then it comes back out here. It gets compressed into a liquid form, the heat's given off, and then they get rid of the heat through so many of these aluminum fins running basically from the top to the bottom of this on all 4 sides. So you have to take care of those aluminum fins. You want to keep the space between them clear so the air can go through. Things like this, when our air conditioner was installed, somebody was careless in the manufacturer installation, and it got banged up. And so that area right there, it's not doing much of a very good cooling because the air can't go between the fins. Now the concern with this MIstbox is the water droplets, if they contain minerals and if they do land on the aluminum fins and then evaporate, they can leave deposits, just like you find under a dripping sink. Those calcium, lime, and other mineral deposits, they'll build up just like stalactites and stalagmites in a cave. They'll close the gaps between the aluminum fins. No air goes through, and you can't get rid of the heat. The other concern with keeping something wet all the time is stuff can grow on it, and that can also fill in those little tiny gaps in the aluminum fins. So those have been the main concerns. The company that does MIstbox, this is their version 2.0 that's coming out now on Kickstarter. They have improved it from version 1. They used to have you replace that water filter, I think, about once a year, and now I think there's a sensor that tells the system when it needs to be replaced, and that water filter is supposed to take out the minerals as well as make the water so that it's not conducive for mold, mildew, bacteria, and other stuff to grow. So I'll be out here the end of August when they send me my MIstbox 2.0 kit to install it and see how it works. So sounds good. Will it work? I'll test it out as soon as I receive it. They're saying late August, which is kind of unfortunate. It's at the end of summer. Well, for most of you, we still got several more months of daily air conditioning going on, so I should be able to have a good idea by the time I don't need it in the fall, sometime in mid-November maybe, to see if there's been the calcium buildup, if mold or mossy stuff, anything green is starting to grow in between those aluminum fan blades. So I'll follow up with the video installing it and showing how it works the first day, and then maybe on an especially hot day that occurs after that, see if it's running less or keeping the house cooler than it was before. And then I'll let a few months go by and do a final video for the year showing if I've seen any evidence of negative consequences. So if you're intrigued and you'd like to find out more, check out the link down below this video. If you think the savings are worth some degree of risk, you might want to sign up for it right now. You do get a discount. Or you can wait and see what happens to my air conditioner. You can keep checking back and find out in those future videos, or you can click that subscribe button and the bell next to it. You'll get notified when my videos go up. And come late August, if you see me sweating profusely in every video, you'll know something's gone awry. See you on the next review.
Shopping is easy when you know what to buy. At EpicReviewGuys, we give it a try. What does the fox buy? Nobody knows, but before he goes shopping, he watches our videos.